You're listening to the Media Man Dan Podcast. Promoting people with passion all over the globe. Interviews every weekend. Album reactions every month. This is your host, Media Man Dan. Let's rock!
How you been? I feel like it's been forever since I chatted to you.
Right? Like a real actual long minute before we could actually get on the mic again. So I've been great. I should say that. Allison and I just had an amazing birthday weekend for her, and I told you guys in the chat that we went to the drive-in. That was awesome, even though it was hot as hell, but it was awesome, totally worth it. And they played Halloween in 4K that night. So the first scene, immersive as you could ever imagine. Like you get put back into that world, and it just looks so modern because of that technological revolution that we had. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Things are going well. I have a few things that are planned out that are crazy right now. So besides Marina City, that I definitely want to get on the show, Yafanya, she has a new song that's coming out very, very soon. We're getting her back on. She wants to talk about it, and that'll be helpful. But along with that, AJR is coming to town. They're a fun trio of pop, and I love them. You only got to see the encore back in 2019. So I'm taking Allison and her brother, who originally went with me back in 2019, to see the full show. It's going to be amazing. And then a week after that, Allison and I are going to a horror convention, first ever horror convention. Robert Englund is going to be there, and Ice Nine Kills vocalist Spencer Charnas. So
nice.
Kind of the reason I bought it. Super excited for that. That was part of the anniversary gift, I think, that I did, and birthday gift. And then
epic.
Right after that, the week after, literally, I see Toto, and then the day after that, I see Big Time Rush for the third time. And I'm
dang.
I'm like, if I get anything else added on, I might just have a stroke. I don't know what's gonna happen, so I don't want to overhype it. But I am very excited. This is an exciting year, and so much has already happened, but so much more to come.
Right? Sounds like you've been super busy. I like it.
Absolutely. Oh, insanely busy. I should talk about what's coming next with with everything, honestly. But I'll let you go first. How you been, man?
Not too bad actually. It's a crazy hectic year, but been very busy. The new song was really cool. I like the reaction that I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from that. It's doing pretty well.
Yes.
Put a lot of work into that, and I'm really proud of it. And it kind of came together pretty quickly. Doing a lot of shows, actually. I got 3 solo shows set up for the year already. One of them next week, one of them in October, and one in November. So that was really cool. That kind of just came together naturally, because the one next week I'm going to be opening for System of a Clown. That's going to be fun. That's where Jackie's going to sing a song with me. That's going to be really fun.
Oh, this is the collab moment. Yes.
Yeah, the collab moment, yeah. Yeah, we met up last week to do like our first full band practice, and it sounded really good.
Can I guess the song?
Did not. Oh yeah, go right ahead.
Aerials.
Ooh, so that would be a good one, but no,
not Aerials. Okay.
Do you want to be surprised, or you just want me to tell you?
BYOB.
Nope.
Okay, that's the two I'm going for. Of course, I know Chop Suey. Everything else is there as well. But if you guys do something completely off of the steal this album, then you're true fans.
Right. Yeah, so that's going to be really fun, and it sounded really good. Was very surprised because Jackie, I'd only heard her singing like the Breaking Serenity shit, so I was like, I didn't realize how limiting that was, because when she's singing the song, like, she had like grit in her voice, and at the end of practice she got a little bold and added like a little scream at the end. I'm like, shit, I didn't know you could do that. It's like, I'm trying to learn. I'm like, well, it sounds good to me. Holy shit, keep that up. Whatever you're doing, it's working.
Oh my gosh. And I was just talking about all the epic people that are going to be on the podcast. I should have mentioned tomorrow. You already know, but it's happening. Jackie and Anthony will be on the show. We're going to talk about their relationship, their love of music, their love of everything. Oh, shit, I was supposed to send her a list. She wanted a list of questions I'm going to give them. That's easy, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know me. It's always the, how are you? And then wing it from there.
Exactly. But yeah, they're really cool. I love Jackie and Anthony so much. They're really awesome. I can't wait to listen to that episode
It's gonna be
when
epic,
it
man.
comes out.
Like we've been trying to do this for at least 2-3 months now, and it's just because I had that idea of like getting the power couples on, which was pretty interesting. At the same time as I was like trying to reach out to everybody, it seemed that was the moment that everyone was in the middle of an argument or stopped getting along, and I was like, damn it, what the fuck is going on?
Caught these people during breakup season. God damn. People out here breaking up, getting divorced. What the fuck?
Exactly. All the shock went through my body when I found out about yours. I was like, no, not you too, because I was like,
Son
oh
of
my
a bitch,
gosh,
they
who
got
did I
to
miss?
Jason.
Who did I miss? I gotta put all the power couples on. It's just like everybody that I bring on the show, they instantly break up. I'm just the black thumb of relationships. Anyone who's on, they're just, I'm done with you.
I will say, to be fair though, even if we were still together, she probably wouldn't have been good with being on the podcast because she's shy. So
there you go, and that's fine. I had a few of those same responses as well, and then I'm too busy. I love the I'm too busies. Those are my fave.
Oh yeah, it happens.
I love people, and I love promoting people, and there's just so much to do when it comes to my behind the scenes stuff right now. I'm working harder than I ever have. Finally going to get back into my 75 hard mode, which is where my mental state is to kill it, and my physical body will be in better shape. My mind will be in better shape, and I'll have this grit behind me that'll be like, let's push forward through whatever. So right now I'm staying up late. Usually right now I'd be like, oh, social media. Oh, YouTube video. Oh, watch a movie, play a video game. And instead I was like, I need to record, and I need to record. And then you were like, you want to chat? And I was like, hell yeah. I'll chat, then I'll record, and then I'll record. Gotta keep grinding, brother. That's what my mindset is. I have 6,000 videos planned. Yes, that is a real number.
Nice.
Because I'm insane. You know me. I've always been somebody that's like, I have a plan, but I'm not going to stop until I die. So here we go.
Right. Gonna do this till we're 90, man.
Exactly.
Gonna do this till we're 90, Dan.
90. God, dude. So fun fact. I've never been so liberal before. So congratulations. You're converting me. Listening to the show, it was actually pretty fun to listen to like who you were mad at each month. It was like first it was like obviously Trump, and then it was instantly into like the Harry Potter rant with Richard going off on J.K. Rowling, and I was just I don't even know what's going on there. But now here I am, and I unfortunately think I need to get rid of my collection of Rick and Morty, as I have learned that the original creator, is been shown as an innocent fella in the court of law, but not so innocent when it comes to his text messages with minors, and that is the no-go for me. I can't do that. It's going to be a no-go on the Tipperoo Jer, Deadpool reference. And then the other person, out of all people, as I keep quoting him and love him, Ryan Reynolds, just for the fucking Blake Lively situation and all of the havoc that was, came from nothing, which was really, really interesting. I was listening to Brett Cooper, my podcast I used to listen to, but now she's moving to Fox News, bro. Why is she moving to Fox News? Like, why do good people have to go to bad places? It just sucks. Anyway, but so they originally were attacking Justin Baldoni, the director of the movie, for not being like standing up for women. And like all his personality ever has been since he like started in Hollywood was a feminist. Yeah. So then, Nice Pool throwing him under the bus kind of thing. And now all the other stuff that's been unveiled and how Blake keeps pulling things back and then adding Taylor Swift to the case. I'm like, Ryan, either figure out what's going on with your wife and, you deal with that thing at home and stop talking about it in public eye, or leave her. Because she's ruining Hollywood. I mean, we can't just let actors take over director You know, that's I understand in certain cases, right? Bad directors, horrible things happen behind the scenes. I can only imagine what would have happened back in 2007 if Transformers was, being shot
Yeah.
and fucking Megan Fox sued Michael Bay for sexualizing her. And then
Yeah.
she takes over the film. It would have been horrible, but it also would have been justified. I've been like, you know what? She's got a point.
Right.
That's pre-cancel culture, but now I've just been on the like, who do I actually support train, because I always
Yeah.
want to know what kind of people I'm surrounding myself with or supporting or promoting, because the last thing I want
Yeah.
to do is promote abusers, addicts,
Hmm.
just very very off people, and
Yeah.
playing the role of the nice guy on screen has never been
Yeah.
my thing to do, unless I know for a fact that this person is being genuine with me. Hence the
Yeah.
breaking
Exactly.
Serenity situation, which I will not
I
go
was
into here.
right. I was just like, oh, yeah, yeah. I'm feeling that. We're still feeling the repercussions of that down here.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. But you had a great time at Fan's birthday party where you got blacklisted. A bunch of you guys got blacklisted from the BS crew. How fucking great is that? I learned a lot
Right.
behind the scenes, bro. A lot.
Oh yeah. Right. They haven't blocked me yet, but I think I'm just like off in the outskirts or whatever. I'm sure I'm on his list, because when you did your post, like Nico DM'd me with a screenshot of it. It's like, hey, what do you think about this, man? I'm like, I don't really care. I'm just neutral in this whole thing. He's like, okay, thanks, man. I appreciate you. I'm like, cool, whatever, bro. You don't really come out looking nice in this, but I'm not gonna talk shit about you like in public or anything. But
Exactly.
yeah,
And
whatever.
we're all adults. Like, there's no reason for that anyway. The reason I cut him off, and I can summarize it pretty quickly if you want.
Yeah, I'd
I
love to
love
hear it.
my fans like my friends, like my family. The first time that
Yeah,
you became a fan of my stuff and I became a fan of your stuff, I felt a bond that it was unbreakable. When you
yeah,
build that kind of bond, you expect that somebody is going to continue their end of the bargain. And
yeah.
as things were more like, Breaking Serenity was in their own world, I'm in my own world, but we were all cool, respectful towards each other, I thought,
Yeah.
they're bringing good people to me. I got all these
Hmm.
bands in my reservoir. I mean, I can go through all of this, and I'll have so many cool people on. And then he ends up getting with somebody that I didn't even know. He
Hmm.
introduces her to my stuff, and I'm like, whoa, thanks for that. That's huge. And then she becomes a
Yeah.
super fan,
Yeah.
and then he cheats on her.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, as I said before, friends and family. That's how I
Hmm.
feel about you guys. You get hurt,
Yeah.
your heart's broken. I don't care what I've said in the past. I don't care how nice they've been to me. I don't care if they're paying me under the table. I will not support this person anymore if they hurt my
Yeah.
friends. That's just the way
Hmm.
that it is. And so I saw that was going on. I saw no accountability. And then what
Hmm.
I did was pure, evil, but it was pretty fucking awesome. I said nothing and made everything happen.
Right.
I subtly attempted to go around what I was attempting to say. I was like, ugh, I can't say it though, because I don't want to just do that. It's not my type of thing. I'm not a drama guy. And
Yeah.
he took it that exact way. And because that happened, it all blew up. His band fell
Hmm.
apart. The people around him started, questioning who is actually trustworthy. Like, there just keeps going. Today, even, we had more updates on that. And the
Yeah.
person that is a fan is still a fan of mine, and I respect them as a
Hmm.
person because they went to me and asked me if they if they still want to be friends after they tell me what's going on. I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? Like, that sounds
Yeah.
horrible. That sounds abusive. I've been in that kind of relationship before where it's like, will you hate me if I tell you the truth?" Because
Yeah.
you just don't want people to not see the fairy
Hmm.
tale world that we all present on social media. And
Yeah.
so
That
I've
you're questioning the image that I want you to see of me out there.
exactly. So it was all about that, and I'm not about image at all. I mean, honestly, if I was, my double chin, you get that too. It would
Oh yeah.
not stick out so much.
Yeah.
I would be like,
Exactly.
oh yes, of course, my perfectly chiseled chin over here. Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
I
just
I
hearing all the shit that they put Jackie through
oh
too,
my
as
god.
she's getting more bold and sharing the dumb shit that they've said, the dumb shit that they've acted, the lies that they've tried to throw her into, and she's like, yeah, I'm honestly, she has a lot more patience than I probably would in that situation. Godspeed to her, man. I'm glad she got out when she did, you know.
Well, in order to put it in SoCal terms, we gotta fire it up where it lies. So, you know,
Right.
that's the way to do it now. You gotta figure out who's actually going to be on your side, who's going to support you no matter what, and who is just somebody who is a fair weather friend and fan. And it just sucks because there's a lot of good people that I know can be manipulated because they're surrounded with a bunch of bad people. Now, does that make them a bad person? In the long run, yes. Not right now, though. You always have a chance at the beginning. You could say, hey, things aren't adding up. Hey, puzzle piece is falling apart, and this doesn't make sense, and that doesn't make sense. And once again, he didn't take accountability for any of his actions. So I read it full-blown narcissism, and I was like, oh, I just have to poke the bear. That's all I have to do. He'll shoot himself in the foot. And fuck, I was right. I didn't have to say anything. Allison already was like, you said enough. Don't say anymore. I was like, I barely said anything, but I agree with you. Let's see what happens. And then it's like an avalanche.
Right.
It's like, holy shit, dude. I took down the Inland Empire. From one post that was a very subtle diss in a story that no one else saw besides the people that weren't blocked at that time, which were all of them. So I made it very clear that it was not, anyone specifically. And then I just deleted the posts with all their merchandise. And at that point, I was just like, fuck it. Why not? just throw that big post out there. Used Nico's favorite song that he used to post. And it's incredible. But that bridge is broken. That's okay with me. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Marina City, as somebody I've been just over obsessed with, dude. I think they're my number one artist of the last month or two.
Oh, nice.
I played more of their music than Ice Nine Kills, and I love Ice Nine Kills.
That's saying something.
I was binging shit, dude. And like when I talked to Ryan, the band leader, who I sent you that story from yesterday, he's such a good dude. And I just explained like why I do what I do. And his response was just like a genuine, like, we need more people like you in the world. And I was like, holy shit, that hits hard. So I told him, I was like, I got about 75 interviews to catch up on, and then I'll interview you guys so I don't sound like a broken record. They're like, you're going to listen to all of them? Like, yeah, it's no big deal. If you only knew how much I do for my friends.
If you only knew the commitment levels of Sir Media Man Dan here.
But yeah, man, I'm so excited to hear the MediaDrome stuff. That's what I'm really focused on right now after I get through all this other, world-changing, life-changing, all of that. But I will say the three movies that I picked, I was looking all over the house for them. So when I made the shot, I was like, he's going to be already on the mic, and I'm going to get up there, and he's going to be like, Dan, where are you? But you ended up being a little later than me. I was like, perfect, right on time. So
it's perfect.
Here we got the Three Amigos, the Mask of Zorro, and the original Great Mouse Detective from my grandmother's house. This is where
I miss those Disney VHSs.
Yes, I pulled it out of the cabinet. There was a cabinet full of the Disney VHS tapes, and I would always grab this one because I always thought the front of it looked cool, the back of it looked cool. Therefore, it must be a good movie. And little did I know, this one and Robin Hood have been some of my favorites to return to as an adult. And the humor still lands, and the mystery of this one is just great. I love the Sherlock Holmes aspect. I don't know who wrote the original book, but the way that they make it so exciting and so nonchalant. I mean, it's you know for a fact he's literally in Sherlock Holmes' house, and that's all you know about it. Like, Sherlock Holmes doesn't exist in the movie. He's not there. He's not walking as a shadow in the background through every scene. He's just, here's Sherlock Holmes' house, but now here's the Great Mouse Detective. It's like, yes. It just knows what it's doing, and I can't wait to hear you guys talk about it because, listening to both your Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 today was so much fun. I was mowing the lawn listening to that, burning myself alive. I got terrible sunburn on my forehead, and Oh, everywhere. Basically, if I were to put my hand back here, it feels like I have scales.
Oh yeah, I went on a cruise at the beginning of last month, and I forgot to pack sunscreen, and quickly realized that mistake. I got super burned that second day,
Oh shit.
so I had to buy some on the boat. But yeah, I definitely know that. But
Uh,
do you ready to get started
oh, of course, man.
officially?
You know me. You know me. You get to take the spotlight anyway. That's what I care about, Jason. That's why I
Not for
rock your
sure.
merch right now, brother.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right, I am here with the amazing Media Man Dan, the man who has picked all of the movies for our Patron Picks month. We are starting off with our first movie, which is going to be The Mask of Zorro. First off, how you doing, Dan? So nice to talk to you again.
Absolutely happy to be back on this show. This is actually the first time ever that I have been a high member of the Patreon. So it is a honor and privilege to be part of this and more than just the interview portion. And I am so
Right.
excited that you guys chose my movies out of all of them to go through. And you said The Mask of Zorro?
Yep, we're going to start off with The Mask of Zorro, which was a movie that I had never seen all the way through. I think it was one of those movies I had seen on TV every now and then. I think I had heard people talking about it, but I never actually watched it. So it was fun to go back to it and watch it here. But oh my god, it was so much fun. This kind of like we brought it up in the episode, but it kind of reminds me of those just like adventure movies that are just like this is just fun. It gave me the same vibes that I got when I watched The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Like, oh, this is just really charming actors and a really fun adventure, having a great time. You're gonna have a great time watching this, and I absolutely did. So
Yes.
good.
Yes, I agree with that, except for when I first saw it, I was way too young. I saw it in
Yeah.
theaters, and it traumatized me so much I had to be taken out of the theater, specifically when the guy flew out of that cart and then
Oh yeah.
died. I was like, this didn't happen in the black and white show. This didn't happen in the one where he's holding two guns. This didn't happen in the cartoon. Like, what on earth is this gritty nature? Because obviously, 4 or 5
Yeah.
year old me was like, whoa, take it easy, man.
Right.
But it is exactly that. Like you said, it's a great adventure movie, truly
Hmm.
underrated beyond belief. Like, I wish that this movie got the same respect that Indiana Jones does. Like, this
Hmm.
specifically is the
Yeah.
best interpretation of the character, the mythological superhero of Mexico,
Yeah.
and that is Zorro, who I grew up with thanks to my grandma. She raised me on all of that. Like I said, the black and white, even the cartoon show. I didn't even know that existed. My dad had like extra VHS tapes that we just got, and we just put them all on one. So it's like really, really bad quality, but just watching it, I'm like, man, I'm part of history. Like, I
Right.
love Zorro. He's the coolest, and Antonio Banderas and
Oh, so charming.
Anthony Hopkins,
Right.
everybody's in this movie and killing it. Their roles are incredible.
Absolutely. And I think watching it, I loved that the angle they took with Anthony Hopkins being the original Zorro, having to teach the new Zorro. I think Richard brought it up, was like, this is basically Batman Beyond for
Yes,
Zorro.
yes.
I'm
And
like, oh, that's why I love it so
who
much.
was it Batman inspired by? The original Batman.
Yep, Zorro. I love that. I brought
Zorro.
it up in the episode because like the Batman that like my first introduction to Batman, it might have been the movie, I don't know, but I watched the animated series, and I remember just like part of the Batman animated series, they make it very clear that like Zorro was a huge influence on Batman as a character. Like when he when he leaves the theater and his parents get killed in Crime Alley, they were watching a Zorro movie, and like was pretending to like have the sword and whatnot, like I'm Zorro, kind of thing, and like watching it from the other end, I'm like, so this inspired Batman, but now we're on the other side. This came after Batman. It's like, oh, just the connection was so cool to see, like that connection. I was like, oh yeah, this totally brings out the Batman geek in me, but I could totally see, because it's basically just like Batman Beyond, but without the modern technology back in Mexico in like the 1900s. I love it. I loved it so much.
Yes. Oh, and you could see that there's so much love in this movie too. I was just looking at who was involved in it. Steven Spielberg is an executive producer. That's a great name to have on there, but also James Horner is the composer, and the music of this movie, even the end credit song, sticks in my head to this day. It's one of the last songs I sang to my grandma. Very emotional, but also beautiful, and it is one of those perfect 90s Finnish movies. Like, you got Titanic, you got this, you got Beauty and the Beast. All of them got their R&B versions. This one had the tune the entire time, hinting at that. So it's kind of like the Les Mis effect, where you've heard it so much that you're like, oh, it's that song. But this like specifically fits a movie for the first time. I mean, Seal, we can, argue. Seal didn't really fit Batman. That song specifically doesn't make me think, yeah, Batman. Kiss from a Rose, bro.
Right.
But no, Zorro is everything, and Mask of Zorro is the greatest superhero movie, in my opinion, before all of the big ones,
Right. It's such a superhero movie, and I love it for that. And I just love the cast. They're just Charm City, especially Antonio Banderas. It's so funny. Richard brought it up in the episode. He's like, I don't know what's going on with Antonio Banderas now, but they're like, all the roles he's like being cucked, and I feel like that's wrong for Antonio Banderas, who's like one of the most charming mans of all time. Like, look at him. He like holds this whole movie. He's so charming and works so perfectly as this character. Like, that basically became like his whole shtick was like when he played Zorro so well that when he played Puss in Boots like that, you're just playing the same character again.
Yes.
You're just basically doing Cat Zorro because you're just so good at this. You deserve better, Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, that was a great choice, though. That's the one thing they've done right with him. Besides him being the voice actor of that, he also, is playing a lot of the same characteristics as Zorro. But what they did to him in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was the biggest slap in the face I've ever seen. Giving a A-lister 10 minutes on screen, killing them off, and then moving on like nothing happened. I was like, bro, what? What? Like, I didn't like the movie as it was. That really was like, you just killed Zorro.
Yeah, that was one of my complaints too. I remember like, sweet Antonio. Oh, he's dead. God damn it.
Spy Kids, I could say too. He was in more enormously, influential for all the kids that watch Spy Kids. Like his reputation in Hollywood should have never been decreased. He should have been the
Pedro Pascal.
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 Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal.
Pablo Pascal.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Of this generation that we live in, the millennials. That's another reason I'll tag this in. The reason I gave you guys those movies is because all millennials know them.
Right.
It's millennial fruit. It's just delicious. You can't stop.
Right.
It's just delicious. Especially Three
Oh,
Amigos.
yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So, Mask of Zorro, you guys loved it. I'm happy to hear that. You got the message, right? The message was that this evil world that you guys, have seen come to real life now is holding back the Mexican population so that they can continue investing their time, power, and unfortunate slavery of the Mexican people to build a new California. And it's just like, this was history. Is it repeating itself? Who knows? The industrial complex is crazy, and that time with so much like segregation it's great to see that instead of a light in the darkness, there was a darkness that
Right.
was saving everyone that was stuck in that time period. And man,
Mhm.
Zorro is not a revenge seeker by any means. That's why I really, really love what they did with his backstory and his brother. That makes
Yeah.
so much more sense than just like he doesn't like him, but he also mocks him in a sassy way. Because, you know,
Yeah.
you've seen like Zorro and the gay blade and everything like that. Everybody, you know, mocked it. And even the Disney show that would play those reruns, and it would have like the laugh track in it. Like, you're just like, it's so stupid. So when you take this movie and you see the trauma that he had to face and
Yeah.
like how he overcame that and who he's fighting for and why he's fighting, you're like, I'm all in, man. I'm totally,
Right.
let's go, Zorro.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
It is all played in earnest, and it is done so well. I love it.
Yes.
Love it so much.
Also, the best stunt work on a horse ever in a movie.
Oh, yeah.
No
That was
question.
some insane stunts. Some really fun stunts. I forgot about some of that crazy stuff that they did. The horse stuff. I'm like, oh, that was fun.
Yes, and Tornado not liking him when he was not ready was fantastic. I was like, yes, make the sassy horse sassy.
Right. I love it. I love it.
All
Yeah,
right.
anything else you want to say about Zorro?
I mean, it is the best film that you could possibly watch if you wanted to see what looks better on 4K. Like, I've seen it on Blu-ray, I've seen it obviously on DVD, and definitely on VHS. If you watch it on 4K, you are watching a movie that came out right now. Like, it is incredible how well it, like, carried over all of these years, and it is almost 30 years old, which is just nuts.
I feel another gray hair popping up in my beard right now.
Yeah, I don't think I even have hair anymore, but I do have my sponsor today. No, I'm just kidding. But if I wanted to, Spartan Root. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Zorro. Nice.
I'm ready for number 2.
All right. I am once again here with the amazing Media Man Dan, the legendary man who picked the movies for this month, and we are here to talk about The Three Amigos. Oh my goodness, was I super happy to see that this was on the list. Oh my goodness, I love this movie so much. Oh, I cannot wait to get into this. But let's start with your feelings first, sir. What made you want to pick The Three Amigos for us to talk about on the podcast?
The Three Amigos is one of the dumbest, smartest, musicalist, and strangest premise comedies of the 80s. Like, none of it should work. All the actors give it their all. And somehow, this stupid, silly premise ends up with you actually rooting for, once again, an segregated Mexican village being attacked by the wrong people all over. It's like, I don't know what it is, but a Mexican folklore hero story has always been my thing. Thank you, Grandma, once again for getting me into Zorro. Also,
Right.
These guys wear pretty close to Zorro clothes, minus they don't have capes or swords. I was hoping they'd have swords. But man, I can say so much about this movie, and that's the problem. I will spoil the hell out of it if I ever tell anyone about it, because instantly I'm like, my little buttercup is the sweetest.
Oh, that was so funny, because I think this is a movie that we had all seen, and this was a movie that we quote in my house all the time because my parents love this movie, and therefore we had to watch it. But speaking specifically to the My Little Buttercup scene, it came up in the episode. It's so funny because this is one of Richard's favorite movies. Like, he was talking about how, like, he loves this movie so much. Like, he quotes it all the time, and he also watched it like when he was younger, and he was like, my parents probably should have known I was gay when I had that little buttercup scene. Like, I suspected the buttercup as sweet as I was like, I do that too well, but it's one of those movies that, like, has been a part of my life and as long as I can think of. The quotes are part of our family zeitgeist. Like, constantly we are saying things like, we have tequila, it's light beer. That's one we say all the time, and I still hear my mom saying plethora of piñatas.
I have a
She still
plethora every time.
Dude.
Every time that there's something that's more than enough, I always say we have a plethora of new keys to use today. Like, it literally has become the thing that I go to as the normal way of speaking. Like, that's the weirdest thing about this movie, how influential it is on basically all of us in the millennial generation. But the
Absolutely.
specific comedy that I love about this movie is this just wacky, like, the writers could do and say anything in a movie that is marketed towards families. You got the male plane joke.
Right.
And you got like
the kiss on the veranda joke.
Yeah, super makeout scenes. You idiot! You shot the invisible swords. Like, there's just so many
that killed
things.
me. Killed me on this most recent viewing. I don't think Hector. I'm trying to remember because we recorded so long ago. I don't think Hector had seen this movie, but he loved it. We all loved it so much. But
It's a Mexican
like,
classic with a bunch of white
right?
gringos.
Right.
That's a white whiteys.
It's so
I'm
funny.
Very Spanish myself.
Right.
But I love the cast. Oh my god.
Oh, they're all such a great cast. They're
Best
like
choice.
best choice, and they're like so weird to see. They're so young in this, but they're also just on the top of their game. Like, they play their characters so perfectly. Like, even Chevy Chase has some great comedic bits in this, where it's like the whole thing with the canteen, and he has the water. They're all like parched over there, and he's just like pouring it out. And so that killed me.
Lip balm? Oh man, he is so good in this movie. And that's something I could say. It's like, he's always been the dad for the Vacation movies. This is the only role I ever saw him in. I didn't see Vacation. So when I saw Ned Niederlander as the Jack Frost in Santa Claus 3, I was like, no, you're not getting it right. But when I saw Steve Martin in Cheaper by the Dozen, I was like, that's Steve Martin still, because he's that charmer. And his personality and his over-exaggeration with physical comedy, especially, gonna make it. Like I said, everything you say about this movie is literally a spoiler. Like, every single good joke you will instantly go to. The last thing that people usually will talk about is the amigos, which is my favorite, possibly my favorite ending I've ever seen in a comedy. Like, how they came up with something that actually is triumphant and heroic from the slop of stupid jokes and talking and singing animals and singing bushes and like, there's so many things. The stupid jokes. It's a sweater.
They were so proud too. I loved his squad. Well, actually, just the villain in general too was just so. I love El Guapo. He is hilarious.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
I don't know who the actor is. Committed.
Right, committed. Freaking. Well, I was gonna say I'll jump into another point because like this blew my mind. But the actor who plays El Guapo was apparently one of the voice actors in Coco. I'm like, what? He's still alive and doing things? He plays Papa Julio.
No way.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, he's still. I was looking at his IMDb. I'm like, holy shit, he's not only still alive. He was in one of my favorite movies. He was in Coco. Oh my god.
That's it.
But I feel like it's another movie just like where the charm of the actor is just like they sell this. Like, if this was anybody else, it wouldn't work as well as it does. But everybody is giving it 210%. Like, the main cast, the villain, the side characters, it's like everybody just is on their game. And it just sells it so well. Because this is just such great comedy. And your heroes are such idiots. And you still end up rooting for them. And they... Guys, up. Guys! Oh my god,
dude, I love it so much. And I will say, like, this is the comfort food. If this was on in my house at any moment of the day, like, we'd just be, channel surfing or, watching the TV Guide channel. For all you young people out there, the TV Guide channel would be something where you had to wait to find out what was on TV.
Right? Or get a physical copy of the TV Guide. Can you imagine?
Go through the magazine. But anytime this movie was on, we were stopping everything we did. I mean, if we're eating dinner, we're eating dinner and watching the rest of wherever it's at. Like, this movie
Exactly.
is catnip for anyone that loves dumb humor or
Yep.
really, really great acting in a movie that shouldn't work. Like, it's like the weirdest premise. So let me summarize the plot. A Mexican village is being attacked by El Guapo, an absolutely irate, violent serial killer, basically. And
Right.
they have no hope, but they found out through their silent movies that there are heroes out there that could possibly attempt to save them. And so they reach out to them, and not knowing they are actors, send them a message saying, we need you to come save us. But they misunderstand the message, come to the place, and decide to put on an act until they find out there's real bullets, which is one of the funniest jokes I've ever seen. That's the darkest joke in the movie. And the way that they all start crying.
Oh, he sells it so well. We talked about it on the episode. Steve Martin just sells that so well. He is so confident and angry when he's like, real bullets. Oh my God, I'm taking this. And then just like, wait. Shit, this is real. Please don't kill us.
See, in this day and
So
age,
flip.
that kind of joke would never land. And it's not because it's offensive. It's because we had the Alec Baldwin situation. We've had other things where accidents happen on set. But this movie takes it in the exact comedic route that it needed to go. And when that happened, and he was just fed up like a mother that didn't see the toys put away in the kid's room. Like, hey, buddy, these are real bullets.
Oh,
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And by the end of it, you just have a big smile on your face. You're like, I don't even know what to say. That was awesome.
and also surprisingly, the songs in the movie were actually really good. I'm like, oh, they got Randy Newman to write this. This is actually pretty good. That
Blue
song at
Shadows on the
beginning,
Trail, absolutely.
peak, absolute peak. I loved it.
Oh my gosh, dude, I love that stuff so much. There was one song that I had to sing. I can't remember what. I think it was from The Music Man. And there was one moment where it was like, and I told my vocal coach at that time, this was freshman year, and I was like, isn't that kind of like Blue Shadows from the Three Amigos? He's like, bro, he's like, you want to do this or do you want to do that? I was like, I want to do that. He's like, great. He's like, fuck this song. Literally, he said that because he was a very honest and brutally, like he's one of the most vibrant swearers that I've ever met in my life, and he was one of the best vocal coaches I ever had too. But like, we did that song and I loved singing it, and like you said, the composition of it, just amazing, absolutely amazing. It's like they didn't have to care, but because they did, we've been blessed. Like, great movie, great music, great writing, great acting, great characters, great moments. It's memeable. You know how crazy
So
it is?
memeable.
Some 80s movie way late, after all the big Back to the Future, Star Wars, everything's going on, and then this movie comes out, and I can quote it more than any of those.
Same. We're probably
beautiful.
still gonna quote it in my house probably today.
Hell
I told
yeah.
my it's funny because around the time we recorded the Three Amigos episode was like maybe 3 or 4 days after Father's Day, and we had actually watched it on Father's Day because like we had like a barbecue, we had family over and stuff, and I was scrolling through TV like, oh shit, Three Amigos is on. I'm gonna put this on for Father's Day. This is a perfect Father's Day movie right here.
It's so kind of
And of
true.
course my mom, so true. And obviously my dad quotes it all the time. And when I told my mom we're doing this movie, I'm like, and we started quoting it to each other. Like, would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? Do you even know what a plethora is?
It's the exact same humor that you get from, what is the most famous self-aware humor movie? What is it? Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah.
You keep saying that word, but I don't think you know what it means. Like, it's the exact same joke for a different audience. And for some reason, Mexican folklore, this is definitely not in that same case as, like, you know, the legendary Zorro, but this was like such a fun idea. And the way that they play around with stereotypes, and they play around with self-aware humor, and the way that they play around with everything, death, murder, sadness, and then they somehow still stick the landing with emotion. and camaraderie. And I'm like,
Right.
what? So like the wind. Oh, it's so good. So good, dude. So good. I absolutely loved it. I hope that you guys were just like just raving about every funny joke, because there's probably nothing but jokes,
Oh,
as you can remember.
so many. It's one of those movies that when we were like, and I really like this part of the movie, and I like this part of the movie, and I like this joke a lot, and I like this joke a lot.
Yes.
It's
yes.
perfect movie for that.
Oh, the one thing I
Ah.
forgot to ask during the Mask of Zorro part, I don't know if you want to cut this in and then put it in that one, for Richard, Mask of Zorro, was it pod racing?
Ooh, I'll have to ask him about that. That's a good suggestion.
In my opinion, I think it's pod racing. I think that movie, out of all of the movies I gave you, is pod racing. I love The Great Mouse Detective, which is coming up next. Get ready for round 3. But like, holy shit! Like, The Mask of Zorro, I've now seen probably 20 times in my life. Another movie that comes on TV, you got to watch it. And when I watched it in 4K on a big TV, perfect view, I was like, this isn't just a movie. This is a blockbuster. Like, the fact that this is not as big as Jaws or Indiana Jones, like I was saying before, like that's the closest when it comes to the same, like, you know, genre territory. I'm so amazed. I'm so amazed that like that one got overlooked until much, much later down the line, like me promoting it.
Good times.
Absolutely. All right, ready for round 3.
Ready for round 3, the most recent one. All right. I am here with the legendary Media Man Dan, the man who has made this month happen by picking some 3 amazing movies. And today we are talking about The Great Mouse Detective. This was a blast from the past, a movie that was really fun, and probably the most recent one we talked about. I literally just talked about this a couple hours ago. So what made you want to choose this movie for the podcast?
As a Disney fanatic, I have always been drawn to movies based on how they look on the outside. As a kid, you go into your grandma's or parents' collection of movies, and Disney always had these cases, which I showed Jason before this and I have right next to me, that just wow you. And you can pick from those which ones that you're most interested in. So most of my cousins picked Peter Pan or Toy Story, and somehow I ended up with The Great Mouse Detective. And I love this movie so much more every time I watch it. There is so much thrill in this small child's film. Like, this is very scary stuff and very haunting imagery for a kid. Same with Brave Little Toaster. This one and both of them actually would like traumatize me, but interest me enough that I would keep watching. And this movie, as it has gone throughout all of time, I've learned so much about it, and the way that the effects were, like 3D effects were not like a thing yet. The way they made 2D work with 3D was like this movie. This was groundbreaking for that time. Along with that, a story about a mouse. That's literally just Disney's cut and paste. This is how we do our thing. And the way that they include the Sherlock Holmes aspect, the mystery, the fear, and the power-hungry, crazy villain of Ratigan, which has one of the greatest voices and the greatest song in one of the best Disney movies, which is this movie. Like,
oh yeah,
it's iconic how good this is and how well it works for not only kids but also adults, especially in the bar scene.
Oh, right.
But like, you finish the movie and you feel like you've been on a journey. This is the American Tale. This is the Fern Gully. This is the one that got overlooked because of those movies. All those movies got more fame, and this one in my mind has just grown to be more important. And rewatching it with Allison, this was the ultimate 10 out of 10 perfect A+ experience in a Disney film. I was on the edge of my seat. I couldn't remember some parts. And even the parts I did remember, I was just smiling through, especially on Disney Plus, because they have like an HD upgrade from when you're coming from VHS. It looks a lot better in HD, and I really do want to own it on 4K if they have a copy of that, because I would love to see the effects in now,
Right.
like how that would look on a 4K TV. But
Right?
yes,
Yeah, this movie is so good, and
so
like
good.
as I was mentioning on the episode, I feel like this movie like unjustly has been like forgotten about, or like even Disney itself doesn't really talk about it that much. And like doing the research on it, I'm like, we wouldn't have the Disney Renaissance if it wasn't for this movie. Because if my info is correct, if it is, I've been wrong before. This movie is the one that came after the Black Cauldron, and the Black Cauldron almost tanked the studio. But this one not only like made a profit, so the studio was still alive, thankfully after that, but also it had the directors Musker and Clements, who worked on this movie, who worked on Moana, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Hercules, Treasure Planet, like all of these amazing movies of the Renaissance that are movies of our childhood. This was the first movie that they started on here, and like we can thank them for the Renaissance, and we can thank this for the Renaissance. And I feel like this movie just has so much working for it. Like the characterization is really cool, the atmosphere is really good, the story, and oh my god, the villain. I love Radigan so much. He is such a great villain. I just love just how flamboyant and how just like dramatic and how like over the top he is, and just his I just loved how that whole scene with the trap, where it's like, okay, I can't think of the perfect way to kill you. I have so many. I'm just gonna do all of them. And also, I wrote a personalized diss track to you that's gonna play while you die. And I also have a camera set up to take a picture of your corpse after it happens, so I can look at it later. I'm like, dude, this is the best. Oh my god, he is all in, and I love it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. You guys were just talking about it on Kung Fu Panda. Like there seems to be a decrease in actual villainy and evil villains that you can remember. And Radigan is so good. He is the scar of all scars. This man is
Right?
unbelievably relentless with his evil tendencies and thoughts. And oh my gosh, his song is so catchy. It's in my fucking head right now. That is insane how quickly I say the name Radigan. Oh, Radigan. But yeah, no, it's amazing how much it contributed to the Renaissance, along with Rescuers Down Under. Both of them groundbreaking animation and effects, and just storytelling that was a little bit more than the usual old-fashioned. Let's take a fairy tale and make it a little bit more fun. Like this is truly just so creative and so awesome, and the characters are charming and creepy and mysterious, exactly what you need to have. And like I said, there's one scene that still terrifies me, and it's the jump scare scene with the bat in the toy store.
Oh yeah.
Like that freaked me out so much as a kid. I still can't figure out when he comes out. Even though I know it's the cradle, I still can't remember when he comes out. It's like Buddy the Elf when he's like opening. He's just like, is it gonna come? But it was so good, and it left an impact on me. This one and Oliver and Company were both like the 90s movies that I would return to. This isn't even a 90s movie. This is
86.
80s, yeah. And
86. Whew.
Love it. I love it. It is the greatest film that is completely forgotten by most Disney fans, and it is so sad that this is the one that got overlooked when there are so many decent movies that can easily be like put under the level of care that this one had behind it, especially with the effects department and the writing and oh my gosh, the character work. I want to watch the director commentary if they have it. I don't know if those directors are alive, but somebody just breaking down scene by scene, clip by clip, frame by frame would be great.
That'd be so cool. So cool.
To just explain how it went behind the scenes. It's so cool.
Yeah. And like we were talking on the episode, like this feels like a movie that should have been a franchise. Like obviously the moment is past now, but like there's so much great world building in this movie, and so many like the bar scene and like the characters, and there's so many just one-off characters that are given a lot of time and attention that feel like, well, we don't get a lot of them here, but if we got a sequel, they'd be more in this movie. And like, it feels like such a missed opportunity that this didn't become like a running franchise of more multiple movies, or maybe even a show or something. Like, it feels so perfect for that. Like, they should have done that, but sadly we did not get that.
But we still have it in our memory. And you know
Right?
what? I'm glad that we only got one, because imagine if the movie was so good that it got a sequel or a TV show, and it just took everything the wrong way and said, "Oh, the kids were really there for the laughs, so we're just going to make it a comedy." And it's like, wait,
Right.
no, there's tension. You need to build tension. Like this
Mm-hmm.
movie, you always question what happened to the little girl. Where is she? Is she alive? That should never be
Right.
your question in a kids movie, but this kids movie really goes there. You know,
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen at any moment. Everyone could literally die, and you're on the edge
Oh,
of your
they
seat
set that
watching.
up so well in the opening scene. When the opening scene is literally the little girl watching her father get beat up and then kidnapped. I'm like,
So
oh,
good, so good.
so good. And just like the juxtaposition, I'm like, father, where's my father? Da, 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 the Great Mouse Detective, happy title card. the whiplash of that, like, all right, they set the tone, and I'm ready for it.
Yep. They were not going to pull any punches, especially in the 80s. But I think that this was, because it was the lowest moment in Disney, it always happens that way, that they're at their lowest moment and they figure out how to pull off masterpieces. They did it with Toy Story. They did it with this movie. What else saved Disney when it was about to go bankrupt? I'd say Coco. Coco kind of saved Pixar, because Pixar didn't really have too many hard hitters, and then that one just changed the whole world. And now we know El Guapo's in it, so now I got to rewatch that and figure out how many times he can say plethora in a minute. Always bringing more movies into this movie. But The Great Mouse Detective animation style is amazing. I love 2D. I've always been a fan, and they are returning to it, Jason.
Oh, I heard.
You saw that news story, right?
That they're trying to go back to 2D animation.
If they do it and they pay the people correctly, we
Right.
can get some good movies. It all depends on the writing, though.
Right, exactly.
With the animation,
Exactly.
the color. Like, just the iconic, I'll show you the cover of this. The green that he's wearing.
Right.
You got Peter Pan, you got Robin Hood, and you got the Great Mouse Detective. That's like the three green characters besides, I guess, the Pete's Dragon. But, I mean,
Right.
like, who cares about that? you got the Great Mouse Detective. You don't want to hear about your cannibal family.
Right. You got Basil Baker Street over here. He's our priority.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And he's such a good actor, whoever the voice acting is. I literally thought for a moment, I was like, is this Sherlock Holmes playing a mouse? Like,
Right.
did they just get the actual Sherlock Holmes of that time period and be like, hey,
Right.
do you want to play a mouse for us? It's so convincing. It's so good. I love the Watson character. I love how much he's emotional. And that Sherlock, once again, like any other Sherlock Holmes interpretation, he is heartless. He just
All
he has to
logic-based.
find things, and he doesn't care until he's at risk of his life. That's all he
Right.
has to care about. It's
Right.
so good, and I love the eureka moments in a Sherlock Holmes movie, and this has that. If you like Sherlock Holmes and you want to see a really good mystery, I could say that, like, there's great live action films, there's great classic films, and then there's The Great Mouse Detective. There you go.
Right. Oh, yeah, amazing choice. And I guess with that, we'll wrap up by saying this was a great pick of three movies. We all had a great time talking about all three of them, and yeah, that was some good choices. And we appreciate you being a Patreon and Patreon. Wow, we appreciate you being a patron and choosing some amazing movies. This was a good time. Like Richard said on the movie. Wow, I can't speak tonight. Richard said on the podcast, he was like all the patron picks that we've done, like, I think this is the fourth one. I'm like, Dave, everybody's picked great movies. Everyone's done a great job, and you included, sir.
Yes, happy to be part of that. And you know what? Everyone that is listening right now, if this goes on actual Patreon, right? Or is it only the only Patreon?
This little ending section will probably only be on the Patreon. Yeah,
Only
although I might.
Patreon.
Oh yeah.
So everyone listening, all three of you, if you haven't had a friend that you could give, your 2 cents to on a movie, this is your friend group right here. You can go to MediaDrome at any moment, and you can feel like you're just chilling with friends. That's what I love about listening to this podcast. That's what I love about Jason and all of the people that are part of it. I love everyone behind the scenes, Jason, and there's a lot of great people that are editing it, Jason, and it's just so much work that Jason has to put through, and I think it would be more helpful if you guys could partake in, not making me the only person doing this. Please give your 2 cents. Tell us your favorite movies in the comments below. Tell us what we need to watch. I'll watch it on my own. I'll give you a whole critique. I would love to join them for an episode or 10. If time would actually align, that would be great. But I honestly think that you guys have something special. It was great to re-listen to the Kung Fu Panda one, because not only do I not remember the movie, but every time I listen to you guys summarize it, I'm just like, I don't really need to watch the movie right now. I'm enjoying this too much. And your random tangents are my fave. Oh my gosh. If you're ready for my random tangents, get ready. Friday with Browno. Me and him go from something that's like super duper awesome and serious and passionate, and I think we went right into I don't even know what genre of music, and then we just jumped out of that into superhero movies, ranted for a while. That's how I do things. I don't have time to stick to one thing. I don't want to be focused. I've never been focused. ADHD is me. I am ADHD. I'm the D in ADHD. The double D. Oh, anyway. Yes, Jason, thank you so much for having me again. This is an incredible conversation. I'm so happy I could partake in the podcast overall and give you guys some incredible choices. I hope that you guys will give me another shot, because I have plenty of now horror movies that I've been into. Ooh. And I'm going to continue going through those with Allison. So hopefully one of them or two of them will be something you've never seen. And then I'll be like, sweet, if you've never seen that, then you definitely haven't seen this. And then I'll just throw that together and I'll be like, boom, totally made this up.
Nice.
Be like, you've never heard Scream before, right?
Small little indie project.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Change the genre. What? Genre defining self-aware meta humor. No, what? That didn't happen.
Right.
You mean freaky? No. All right, man. This was awesome, and I'm so happy that everyone that is listening is able to hear my voice. If you guys want to check out my podcast, the Media Man Dan podcast, I am available on Spotify, YouTube. The whole podcast is now on Patreon as well. All the audio is coming from YouTube, though, and it's also on Apple Podcasts. So check it out there. If you like movie commentary, I will have more with Jason and Kyle on my channel, Movie Man Dan. I hope you guys have a great time listening to our overall summary for like 3 hours talking about movies from 2024, but it's worth it. It's a good time. And then if you love reactions, or if you want to hear my thoughts on my collection, check out the Media Man Dan channel on YouTube, and you'll see all of my awesome content there. So much more in the works.
Do it. Let's check out his stuff. It's amazing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And yes, Jason is a musician, so please give him some support. Richard is a semi-director, right?
Yeah, director and editor. I think he's editing. He said he's working on like 3 projects right now.
But what he's not working on is a MediaDrome podcast. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome. And Ali is a semi-director as well?
Sometimes, yeah.
Photographer,
she hasn't done it for a bit. I'd say photographer full-time right now.
Photographer full-time. And then we have an artist, an actual artist that makes incredible artwork specifically for Jason's music, which is incredible. But Hector is just gifted overall and has one of the best personalities on the podcast. If you ever are like, man, they're so negative, I need an optimist, just wait till Hector talks. That's the best way to do it.
Hector is my favorite cast member on the show, and I'm on the show.
That's your favorite. You're like, I'm gonna put that on a shirt soon. Hector's my favorite. Team Hector. We need to do Team Jacob and Team Edward all over again. Oh man, I love it. But this is an amazing conversation. Seriously, I'm so happy that we were able to have this. And yeah, I'm hoping that the next part, what you guys have planned for the fall and everything like that will align, and that you guys will have so much more views and streams and shares, because that's what they need most, guys. Please leave a like, share it around like crazy. If you enjoy any part of this, literally, you can just enjoy like 3 seconds of a joke and be like, that was funny. You can like it, and then we'll know that you liked it. It'll be very helpful for the algorithm, as well as the patrons. They'll be like, holy shit, someone likes this. I must like this too, because I don't want to have that left out feeling. What FOMO. There we go. Ugh,
There it
gross.
is.
Gen Z. All right, guys, I got to go update my video and post that on Patreon right now. The Sabrina Carpenter uncut version. You guys can go and watch me react to the entire album I just got on CD. Sweet.
Woo!
What is it? Short and sweet. It is pretty short and sweet, honestly, but it's also a long experience because I never stop talking. All right, that's published right now. Ta-da! There we go. I've just made magic happen.
All right, I can't wait to go check that out. Thank you so much for coming on here and picking the movies. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely, sir. I'm happy to come back anytime. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your summer, and then I'll see you hopefully sometime in August. We can get that, live action remake stream together. I think we should do that because that would be really fun.
I'm so down.
And, I feel like with Stitch right now being the high point, they could just stop. But they won't because they never learn.
Yep.
Oh, man. I'm excited to talk about movies from this year, though. I got to tell you, like, very few of them have disappointed me as much as Mission Impossible and Karate Kid.
Ooh.
Hot takes.
Right.
If you write an action movie, I want the action.
Right.
And if you don't know what Karate Kid is, then please stop attempting to make it into a Karate Kid movie and just call it something else. It's that easy.
Right.
If you don't understand how to write a Karate Kid movie, give me the pen. I'll take care of it, and you just watch. Just watch. Because
right.
deleting Act 2 and 3, terrible decision making. I'm telling you, man. Karate Kid Legends, it was the biggest slap in the face. And even though I smiled a lot of the time, and my parents had a good time too, I was just like, this is a convoluted joke.
Yeah.
There's nothing about this that would actually fit in the world of Karate Kid. And here's the worst part of all. They completely omit that Jaden Smith had already had time learning from Jackie Chan in New York. They play it off like, this is my first time in New York. I'm like, what? How could you omit something that is so important that Jackie Chan would only be in the movie for that? And he's in the movie more than Danielson, who doesn't do anything. Sorry. Spoilers, I know. I got pissed off.
Oh, good.
I got my... right here next to me, even though this is an audio thing. Right here, I have my Cobra Kai, my Johnny Lawrence, and my Daniel. And that's all I need. That's the last of Karate Kid. There's no Karate Kid Legends. It's a myth. It's some fan-made movie.
Right.
The trailer is a joke. But man, it's good to have you back. I'm so happy to be back on the mic with you.
Yeah, it's so cool to talk to you, man. I feel like it's been too long.
It is too long. But we're gonna see what you got coming up this year. You got more music?
Working on it. Yeah, I got like 2 songs that I'm already like 70% done with.
Oh.
Don't know which one of them's gonna be out first or whatever, but we'll see. Because it's summer break right now, which means I ain't getting paid, which means I ain't getting studio money for a while. But I'll have the songs ready.
August and September, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so I will most likely be going back to work sometime in August, but I get paid monthly, so August paycheck won't be getting sent till September, so I gotta make it till September.
So the single could come out in September after you're more solid.
Probably end of the year, most likely, but we'll see.
Year? Oh my gosh, you're making me wait that long. I was like, I gotta get you back on. Gotta keep promoting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited though. That is exciting. I want 20 more songs, and I want Hector to make a design for every single song. Just oh my gosh, I loved At Wit's End. The song is great, but the imagery, holy shit, beautiful.
Right.
Did he do the lyric video, or was that you?
No, I got that one on Fiverr.
You mean Hector? It's
right.
It's not called Fiverr anymore. It's just Hector. No, I get that. That makes sense. It is probably the best choice these days. It's
Right.
so much less work. You got your money. You got your money's worth right there. Like, I
Right.
can't do it. I personally have no time or patience when it comes to my editing, and right now I have to change my computer screen because it is it was slammed a little bit too hard and it looks like it's bleeding ink. So that's great. All right, let me get this story up. But I appreciated this, man, seriously, and I'm so excited for everything that comes next. And you guys will hear Jason again on Movie Man Dan. We will make sure this happens.
We'll make it happen.
Sure. All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. Appreciate it.
Peace.